Assalamu alaikum from Dubai and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a very different video for you. So if you want to know what it's all about, then stick on. Alright you guys, so today I'm going to talk about our travel experiences from Germany to Dubai, and I'm gonna put this video into two parts. So the first part I will be talking about our experiences regarding COVID-19, and in the second part of this video I will talk about the experiences regarding Ramadan. So if you want to know what experiences we've made and if I recommend traveling during these times, then keep on watching. So as you guys know or may not know, but I just got married on April the 30th, and yeah, we got married in Germany, and the day after, on May 1st, we flew to Dubai, and that's where I am. It's our last evening, so I thought I would film this video for you guys to make it more authentic, just being here. And I wrote down all of my notes regarding our holiday here. It was our honeymoon. It's been amazing. I've been a little bit tanned, and also we're filming with natural lighting, so I hope it's not too disturbing for you guys. But I'm sitting in my hotel room and I wanted to share my experiences with you. I compiled this list with my boyfriend as well, so I hope we didn't miss anything. I wanted this video to be very informative. I didn't want to film too much of our traveling here because I wanted to really enjoy it, but I'm trying to insert some clips or some pictures while I'm talking to make it more interesting for you guys. So the first part of this video is our experiences during COVID-19. I'm gonna talk for Germany, and a little disclaimer right here: if you don't support traveling during that time, please click off the video right now, because I don't want any negativity. I just want this video to be very informative. Yeah, just if you're interested in traveling, I want to help you with this. I want to give you kind of a guideline, and I want to tell you what to expect. So if you're interested in that, then please keep on watching. But if you're not, please just click off. I have so many more videos that you might be interested more, so maybe watch another one of my videos. Alright, so the first thing that I want to say beforehand: Dubai is a very progressive country. They have a lot of sanitary just maintenances and things like that. Like, it is our second time here, and that was what I experienced the first time I went here. So regarding that, it is very safe. It is on German standard. There is hand sanitizers everywhere where you can sanitize your hands. Masks are required, sometimes even disposable gloves are required, and social distancing is also maintained in the United Arab Emirates. Masks are required inside but also outside, so you have to wear your mask all the time. Only if you're set on your place in a restaurant, for example, or if you lay on your sunbed, you may take it off, but everywhere else you are required to wear your mask. Just want to talk a little bit about the airport situation. So from Germany, you need a PCR test to enter Dubai. So we did a PCR test in Germany, and it needs to be like no more than 72 hours old. So that's what we did, and then you're able to enter into Dubai or another emirate. But we flew with Turkish Airlines, and we flew over Istanbul, which is why we had to do another PCR test when we landed in Dubai, and they gave us the results like 5 hours later via phone, and that's when we knew that everything was safe, so we didn't get infected on the plane or something. So that was also good to know. And then we also got our PCR test done yesterday. For if we're flying tomorrow, our plane leaves at 7:45 in the morning, so we did it yesterday, and we got the results 6 hours or something later. And we did it in the Saudi German hospital, and it cost 150 AED for one person, which is around 35 euros, which is actually really cheap. So if you want to know where to get COVID tested, you can definitely check that out. It was really cheap, I would say. So you need to do that, and it is also required to bring an insurance like printout, so that you have a overseas insurance in case of you getting infected in the country you're staying at. For us in Dubai, or in the United Arab Emirates, because if you get infected here, you will have to stay in a mandatory 10-day quarantine, and yeah, you need to have like full insurance coverage for that. So that is also very important to know. So you need your PCR test, you need your insurance, and then you're basically good to go. Of course, like your papers and your passport and things like that, but this is something COVID related that you really should look out for. Also, there is another COVID testing center in Deira Mall. It's a Deira city center and you can get tested there, but I don't know how much it is. But sometimes the hotels also offer to get you somebody in to get tested, but that is probably more expensive. So just to be curious, I would definitely recommend the Saudi German hospital because it's kind of like a drive-through and you don't even need to like get out of the car. It's kind of like a COVID stick in your mouth and you're good to go. Alright, and then I wanted to talk about the airplane a little bit. So like I said, we flew with Turkish Airlines. I really appreciate Turkish Airlines because you can bring 30 kilograms in your suitcase, which is actually a lot. And you were supposed to wear masks the whole time except dinner time or food time. There is no spacing in between the seats, so the plane was fully booked, so be mindful of that. And yeah, on the beach, for example, the sunbeds are spread out, so you have space in between, like the 2 or 3 meters that you're supposed to have in between for social distancing. So that how it was there. And for example, at the Burj Khalifa or other like really touristy areas, you had like lines or even like securities guiding you to a certain spots. For example, in front of the Burj Khalifa, it was like a yellow square that you're supposed to stand in to ensure social distancing. So that is something that is maybe less romantic than it usually is, but that is the safety measures they took. In the mall, there was almost no difference. Like we went to all of the malls. We went to Marina Mall, we went to the Mall of the Emirates, we went to Dubai Mall, Deira Mall, everywhere basically, and it wasn't very much different to when we were here last time, except like the safety measures I talked about before. So that was pretty much just normal. And then regarding my personal opinion, I feel like it's very difficult to wear the masks during the daytime because it gets really hot. It gets like 38 degrees and it's really hard breathing with the masks on, just in my opinion. I don't know if I'm like too like complaining too much, but it's actually really hard to breathe when it's super hot. Fortunately, if you have ever been to the United Arab Emirates, here it is everything like ACs everywhere. So if you're inside, it's not that hard, but if you're outside, if you want to do something outside, like for example we went to the America Garden or the Glow Garden, it's kind of tricky to wear it for 2-3 hours straight, but you can also kind of take it off for a little bit if you're drinking something or sitting down, so you catch your breath and it's all fine. And overall we felt really safe because I feel like they are making sure that every tourist is just feeling the same as if they were in their home country, like as safe as in their home country. So that is that. Alright, so about Ramadan, I will insert kind of a quote or like a dictionary excerpt of what the Ramadan is, but it's the month of fasting in the Islam, and it's from sunrise until sunset, and then after sunset they have the what is called iftar, and then they are allowed to eat. So that is what the Ramadan is. I'm hoping I'm not saying anything wrong. I'm not Muslim, so I don't know like everything about it, but that's what I gathered from like being here and also having, of course, Muslim friends at home. I wanted to talk about how my experiences were regarding Ramadan because it's also quite different to the rest of the year, I would say. So from sunrise until sunset, so during the whole day, there is limited offers on food and drink. The American or international food spots are open, but they only offer to-go drinks and food. And you don't really, like you shouldn't really eat or drink in public to show respect to people that are fasting. So you kind of need to be mindful of that. So you shouldn't bring like your water bottle and just drink, but maybe go into the bathroom or somewhere like secluded and drink there so other people can't see you. Then the food delivery is all available. Sometimes they open at 12 o'clock and not in the morning, so be mindful of that. But usually if you're in a hotel, usually people have breakfast booked, so that shouldn't be a problem. For us in the hotel, we had our breakfast booked, but they didn't, like the booking of the breakfast didn't go through because they had special offers. So instead of like 50 dirhams, which is like 13 euros or something, they had half off. So the breakfast per person only cost 25 dirhams, which is actually really cheap. That is like 6 or 7 euros per breakfast, and it was like a huge buffet. In our hotel we had buffet because we're in the Emirate of Ajman, but for my friend, she's in the Emirate of Dubai, and they don't have buffet, but they have some, or they have buffet but they're not supposed to take it themselves, but they have somebody like putting their food on their plate, so that just differs from emirate to emirate. So yeah, just to be mindful. And they have a lot of special prices. For example, in our hotel, lunch was 45 AED and dinner was 99 AED, which is actually really cheap. And they also had like special offers on menus for fast food and things like that. So that is also something to look out for. There are also special Ramadan offers on clothing as well. So if you go to clothing malls, everything is on sale, and like they have Ramadan offers and things like that, which is super nice. I just wanted to say at this point, it's really important to be even more cautious of what you wear. It's quite different from Europe actually. You're supposed to cover your shoulders and cover your knees. So for example, something like I'm wearing today would be perfect. So I have this dress on, and yeah, it just goes below my knees. I can maybe insert a picture or something there so you can see. So when packing, be mindful of like having clothes that are covering everything. If you don't have that, then take a cardigan with you, and in places where you feel like not many tourists are, put on your cardigan. And if you're in the main tourist areas, like for example the Dubai Marina or other places like that, you can take it off. But in places where it's not that touristy, you should definitely try and cover your knees and your shoulders somehow. And by saying that, we stayed in Ajman, which is one of the 7 emirates, and it's quite more conservative than Dubai, for example, because it's not as touristy and not that many just Western people are here. So yeah, I need to be even more mindful of that than let's say you're staying in Dubai, then it's probably more relaxed, but here you need to be more cautious and respectful. Overall, I wanted to say that there is very few people on the streets. There's no crowds really. We went to Miracle Garden and to Garden Glow. I will insert videos. Super nice spots. Each cost 55 AED per person, which is like 15 euros I think, and nobody was there. Like it was super empty, no crowds, no lines. You didn't have to stand in line anywhere, like nowhere. And it was wonderful to take pictures and videos because we actually had a lot of time to do so. So that was amazing because there's no people in the background and things like that. So that's amazing. We also went to a beach club, even though we had like a beach at our hotel that was free for the sunbeds and everything like that, but we went to a beach club with our friends that were also in Dubai at the same time, and that was 150 AED for men and free for the ladies, and we also got a free drink. That was the only time, by the way, we drank alcohol. Usually in the Emirates you don't really like see alcohol that much around. Like tourists can like drink, I think it's like fine if they do it, but yeah, not that many people here drink, so it's not that common. So yeah, that was the first and only time that we drank, and that was quite full. So the beach clubs and like the touristy spots and things like that, they can get quite full, but also like theme parks and things like that, they are really empty at the moment, which is amazing. So if you go during Ramadan, you definitely don't have to stay in line, you definitely don't have to like queue up for anything. It's super relaxed, you're almost there by yourself, so that's amazing. I just wanted to say really quickly, in the sundown or after the iftar or during the iftar, the restaurants are really packed, there's a lot of traffic and the streets are really crowded. You should try and navigate yourself before or very much after the sundown, because for example we would be mindful of eating before or eating way after, so we would let the people that were actually fasting more space in the restaurants and things like that. So we were mindful of that. So overall, our experiences, it was amazing. We had a wonderful honeymoon. We can't believe that we were finally married after almost 8 years of dating, so that's crazy. I can do a wedding Q&A if you guys want to, so if you have any questions then you can leave them down below or write me on Instagram direct. I will leave my Instagram handle right here. I would definitely recommend traveling to Dubai during this time. It's not less safe than Germany, it's even more safe, I would say. Like they take precautions, is that the word? And it's very, very sanitary. It's very, just very nice. People are very respectful, and all of the natives here obey everything, like all of the rules, and so should you. And then it's very much cheaper during Ramadan and less crowded and less tourists. So taking that all into account, I think it's a wonderful time for traveling. If you're feeling insecure about anything, I wouldn't, because I feel like this is one of the safest countries you can go to at the moment regarding the safety measures and things like that. They really make an effort, and it works really well for them. So if you're scared of COVID-19 but really want to travel, I would recommend Dubai. I think it's amazing, and you always have nice weather. It's been 39 degrees all the time. Let me show you. I show you the current weather here. So I hope you can see this. It's sunshine the whole time, so it's amazing. So I really hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below, and I will see you for my next video, which will be my Dubai haul. Thank you, bye!